Yeah, it's clobbering time.
Welcome to the Hardly Heroes Podcast.
Hey yo, from the halls of justice to the temple of doom, the space wizards return and earn a sonic the boom. Pulling swords from stones, throwing rings into volcanoes. Water full of witches, I'm inevitably Thanos. Voltron made a lions, Wakanda with a panther. Walker Mars, Darker Manhattan, Spocket for an answer. Live long and prosper, the force will be with you always. No work in all plays, shining like blood-filled hallways. Come and play with us, we all float down here. Say your name 3 times and we hopefully appear. Team full of psychics, super soldiers and weirdos. Some people call us sidekicks because we hardly heroes.
Welcome to Hardly Heroes, a podcast dedicated to movies, TV, and everything geek-related. I'm your host, Buddy.
What's up? It's LaDonathan Jenkins.
And I'm Jesus.
Welcome to episode 226, September 3rd, 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Moving right along.
September, you guys. Quarantine started March 17.
6 months.
We have to just, flatten the curve, then we'll be good.
Yeah.
Gotta flatten.
Just a couple weeks or so. Don't worry.
I do remember that when it first started. We when the salon closed down, we're like, oh, we'll be back in a few weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Negative.
So, sidekicks, you guys all heard about the news that happened. About Chadwick Boseman, it's been really hard just to even believe that it is true, but we do have an intro that we're going to play, and then we're going to kind of get into that. So all right, that was just some highlights, of Chadwick Boseman that we wanted to play of, his phenomenal role as Black Panther. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of still really hard to talk about, which was kind of fun, kind of weird. I was actually at the studio with Cheese, Parm, and Dad.
And Dad, yeah.
And we were all talking about Hardly Hero stuff, and we're all pumped up. We're all ready, we had a big meeting. We're talking about the future of the show, and we're all excited. And, Parm kind of looks at all of us, and he's like, you're not going to believe this. And I'm like, what? He's like, Chadwick Boseman just passed away. And I was like, no way. Like, what are you talking about?
I know.
And
I thought it was not that it isn't tragic. Of course it's tragic, but I thought it was something like a surprise. It was either COVID or a car accident or something. Did anyone even have any idea he was sick?
I had no idea that he was battling, colon cancer for the last 4 years, apparently. Right. So I had no idea.
It came out in he got diagnosed in 2016, which is the same year Black Panther came out.
That's so crazy. So it really means that he was doing all of that, everything, the movie, the press, the everything with that diagnosis, with treatment, chemo, all that stuff. He was like going hard at it. He was fighting hard, and he was still. Nobody even. Of course, I'm sure his close.
Well, yeah, his inner circle obviously knew, but what is really kind of crazy to think about is if you think of you getting diagnosed, knowing that it's stage 3, it's aggressive. He probably had as much surgeries or stuff that he could get done. But at the same time is that, he's married. His wife and his family was willing to let him keep doing these projects and himself to push himself to want to give us these movies and all this stuff he wanted to do before he passed. It's really cool because it's not like he was, doing just kind of funny movies. If you look at the movies he did, they're all really big, iconic movies that will go down in history that are just...
Totally.
He played Jackie Robinson, and that was like his big claim to fame role that really boosted him into the next level, which that's, iconic in its own way. He played Jackie Brown, which is another, super iconic musician. And then for him to do Black Panther.
I know, and to carry the weight of that, because it's like, I feel like doing any Marvel character is a lot on the actor to be this specific kind of like persona, but like to do Black Panther, there was even more weight.
Oh,
because it meant so much just to, you know, the fandom, the geek culture, the Black community. It was so much for him to do, knowing that he was so sick.
And he did 4 movies. So he did Civil War, he did Black Panther, he did Infinity War, and he did Endgame.
Okay.
Right.
So,
I mean, huge movies.
Right.
And physically challenging.
Yes, that's my thing.
To be Black Panther, I mean, he's so badass.
And it didn't really show until it was a couple months back, I want to say, and he kind of showed a picture. No, it was his last, I don't know, something leaked, and he looked kind of scrawny, and everybody was like, is he going to be able to do like Black Panther and get bigger? But now that it's really out, you're just like,
he was sick.
Just crazy.
So was it common knowledge or like public knowledge that he was sick? Or
No.
Nobody knew.
Okay.
Like, so yeah, so basically
This is like
just his like inner circle.
right.
He wasn't public about it at all.
Okay.
So it's like
Just
a total
just a
surprise,
total
I think,
shock,
to everybody. Yeah.
And it's what else is really like hard to, you know, not just losing him, but you wonder, you know, how big his career was in such a short amount of time from 2012 to now. Imagine what a lifetime of career he could have accomplished.
Right. He was just getting started, really.
Yeah. I mean, you think about, he was just doing such powerful movies, like just, you know.
Yeah. He definitely does have an air about him too, you know, that he's like serious and seems really like kind and nice, but like, you know, just like a weighty person. Like, he takes all of this stuff seriously. It's not like, oh, I'm just an actor and I'm playing roles. He's like, it means something to him.
Yeah, and he's very strategic about what he plays. And I think, you know, even anybody to take on Black Panther being the first, you know, Black superhero in a movie in Marvel and all that stuff, like, was so cool to see him, you know, just take it on. And it turned into this huge phenomenon, which was so cool. And you're seeing like the younger kids like, oh, Black Panther's my favorite superhero and all this stuff. And seeing that for him must have been great. You know what I mean? But knowing he was sick is just, it's amazing that he was able to keep it together and keep pushing.
Oh, it's just so sad.
I mean,
so we do actually have a audio clip from one of our favorite, biggest P1 ex-host, the greatest of all time, GOAT.
Yes.
So let's hear it, GOAT.
Here it goes.
What's up, Harley Heroes? It's your boy Brandon J. For some reason, I was compelled to send you guys this voice memo in regards to the great loss that we all suffered this past weekend with the passing of Chadwick Boseman, and just share my own thoughts and views on it. It's just, for some reason, I really felt to leave a memo, and I'll get to it. So this might even not make the air, but it is what it is. The first thing I want to say is thank you to the whole Harley Heroes community and all the sidekicks. Your kind words did not go unnoticed with all that's been going on. I may not have responded directly, but I've seen them, and they are greatly appreciated by me and my family. I just wanted to say that first. With Chadwick Boseman's passing, I think we all felt the effects of it. A lot of people, their first noticing of him as an actor, as a man, was that as T'Challa, the Black Panther. And I gotta say, what a great way to be put on people's radars as such a grandiose character, as playing such a grandiose character. And almost like he carried that with him, even he was out and about, you know. I liken it to how Christopher Reeves, when he played Superman, a lot of people's first time seeing Superman was when Christopher Reeves played him. That's how it was for Chadwick Boseman playing T'Challa. I know for a lot of younger fans, especially African American kids that I know personally, they were affected when their parents told them that, you know, the Black Panther is gone. He's no longer with us. It hurt me as a fan of comic books and the movie that he was no longer with us. I first seen him in 42 as Jackie Robinson, and I even want to touch on that was today. The day and age today is most people don't read people and see people in books. Sorry, I'm stumbling over my words. I apologize. I'm just freestyling right now. They don't hear about them in schools or read people or see them in books. So a lot of it is pictures, IG, Facebook, video, stuff like that. So a lot of people's first time hearing about baseball legend Jackie Robinson was Chadwick Boseman playing him in 42. First time hearing about James Brown was Chadwick Boseman playing him in Soul Man. First time hearing about Thurgood Marshall was Chadwick Boseman playing him, and that's three legendary characters in my community, that did great things. And this gentleman was given the honor and gave us the honor of seeing him play these characters on the big screen and bring them to life with poise and grace and such confidence that it's almost like you put him in those roles and you see his face. Like I said, like Christopher Reeves playing Superman. I even said the same thing for Robert Downey Jr. playing Iron Man and Hugh Jackman playing Wolverine. Like, you now see those individuals in that spot, and that's how it was with Chadwick playing T'Challa and Black Panther. We don't have, and I say we as African Americans, we don't have a lot of superheroes. We had Spawn and we had Mantis, but to have a movie, a film like Black Panther displaying superheroes, not just the one, because you had, M'Baku and Siri and the whole cast. I remember going in there and realizing that I honestly think there was only 4 people outside of the extras that weren't African American. And for me personally, that was never seen in a comic book, quote unquote comic book superhero movie. And how amazing for me that was that I got to see that as a 30-something-year-old man. I got to see that in my life, a longtime comic book fan. So I can only imagine how that felt for an 8-year-old, a 10-year-old, a 12-year-old, getting to see a representation of themselves on the large screen. And it was an honor to see Chadwick play that character. Like I said, he brought it to life for me, and it was monumental. I was in disbelief when I heard that he passed away, and a lot of the bigger roles, and I had no idea about it. A lot of the bigger roles that he was playing or that he did in the last couple of years, he was fighting this fight of getting diagnosed with stage 3 colon cancer and it progressing to stage 4. So he was filming these movies. He was in Endgame after surgery. He was sick in Infinity War, So that's a testament to the pride that he took in the role and how important he felt that role, or he saw that role as. He was known to not take many roles that typical black actors and actresses would take in Hollywood, because he said he'd have to feel them. He'd have to be able to live with them. And when he looked back at it, he'd want it to be in his eyes, in his mind, a proper representation of himself. So that's also major, saying that he took played in 42 and did James Brown and did Thurgood Marshall and then went on to do T'Challa. He saw the importance in that. So I don't know if any of that made any sense. Like I said, I'm just rambling at this point. But it's a great loss. I'm heartbroken. But if I can say one thing, it's thank you. It's thank you for giving us that gift of seeing you on the screen. And rest in power, King T'Challa and Chadwick Boseman. This is your boy, Brandon J, a.k.a. Black Goat, a.k.a. Goat Kicks, a.k.a. Apollo's father. Wakanda forever.
Thanks, Goat. That was really nice words.
Thank you, Goat.
Thanks, Goat. It was really nice to hear your voice.
Yeah, we really miss you, man. Thank you for that. It's always great to hear from our favorite sidekick. But
love you, Goat.
Yeah, love you. Couldn't said it any better myself. Rest in power. Chadwick forever. It touched me, and I know it touched a bunch of other people, and it's just very just great that he blessed us with all those great movies.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Goat, too. And that really, I feel like it definitely said everything way better and more thoughtful and than we could have. So we really appreciate it, Goat. Thank you.
So to anybody that's new to the show, you can go to hardlyheroes.com. You can find out about Goat. You can find out about myself, Cheese, Dilly, anybody we talk about on the show. Or you can find us on all our social medias, which is all Hardly Heroes except Twitter, which is Hardly Heroes 1. And you can go to Facebook and the Hardly Heroes Sanctorum, where we keep the show going. So on the docket today, we have Sidekick Mail with Katana.
What? My girl Katana wrote in?
She's always writing in.
Hold up. Let's switch gears here, okay?
She was a little upset with you last week, but we'll see what happens.
So I did get a disappointment from her last week, but I have a feeling that we're probably back on track.
Okay.
Okay, we're lining up a little better. So, even though
it's your guys' first fight, it happens.
Yeah, it was exactly. It happens, and it's like it's almost I feel like we can grow from here, and maybe.
Yeah, we'll see.
Bond even stronger.
We're all steamed up for Cobra Kai on Netflix.
Yeah.
Woo!
And then we always got our favorite, the Hardly Heroes news. Hardly Heroes, I Heard a Rumor, in Dilly's Gaming Corner.
Mm-hmm.
And we got some new things coming from Hardly Heroes real quick. Maybe a little update on Sector 7.
Ooh, definitely an update on Sector 7.
Awesome.
So, always.
Why don't you tell us what's going on?
Okay, you guys. So look at Sector 7 Salon is open for biz.
It's open for the biz?
Yeah, but the few things about it. Number one, things are so weird with COVID, right? And with salons in the beauty industry. So salons for the last few months were allowed to be open outside. And so we weren't open yet. And we were like, okay, what if we're ready to open and we can't open out inside because, they don't let us. So we're like, okay, let's make an outdoor salon. We have a back patio.
Nailed it.
Dad is an engineer, so he designed and built me a shampoo station that operates outside.
It's legit.
A shampizzy.
A shamps.
Shimps.
And so we built this whole amazing outdoor salon, and we built things and we painted things and we got everything set up. And then literally the day we were going to open September 1st.
Yeah.
And literally they announced that on October 31st, salons could open inside.
And you're like, thanks for nothing.
Perfect.
So I want to tell you guys something. We spent all of our time and money making that outdoor salon. Okay. So we spent none of the time. Well, we spent some of the time, but we shifted gears getting the inside ready. So literally the inside's not ready. So we are still operating outside. but actually it's pretty nice. In the mornings, it's pretty cool. The outdoor salon is really dope. The shampoo bowls are cool. So honestly, it's fine. I mean,
I got my hair cut today.
yeah, and it's not that bad outside, right?
No, it was really nice, actually. It's really cool. Like, when you're out there, it's cool. They have, like, this ivy kind of setup. It's really cool. And, like, the mirrors are on like, old ladders and stuff. It's, like, really kind of cool to get it done outside. And what else is the coolest part is they have wash bowls outside.
Right.
With
Like
hot water,
hot
too.
and cold water
Yeah.
that drains into the mop sink inside. Like, it's
Perfect.
really cool.
It's legit.
It's a nice setup. I must say I'm super impressed.
Right,
Like
thank you.
I've kind of seen it from the beginning
Right.
till now, and it's
Yeah.
still not done. But
Right.
you know, everyday improvements, and I just know it's going to be totally awesome.
Yeah, so we'll be posting pictures, but we do have a lot of the really cool mirrors, the spaceship mirrors that we're putting up. So, you know, we'll be posting like update pictures, but we should be open inside in about 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
But you can make an appointment. You can buy product. We're all functioning. We're just doing it outside.
I did buy product, too.
You did.
Had to get that 7 matte pomade.
Yeah. So we're carrying a new product line I've never used before called 7 Hair Care, and it's pretty dope.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. I'm learning it, but I sold Buddy on some stuff. So
It's
Perfect.
real nice.
I think they have some bald cream.
Bald cream. Yeah.
Dilly, you
Ball
interested?
cream?
Bald.
Bald
Oh,
with a D.
Bald.
with a
Dean.
D.
A hard
Baldine.
D, bro. Hard D. Wait, don't
Yeah.
say that.
Why would I need that? I shaved my
Gross.
head.
It's the creme.
Don't you need some creme?
Some moisturizings.
It's like a shining. It's like a polish,
Yeah.
so you can
Oh.
get that really good sheen.
A Shaheen.
You know, maybe I'll
Um,
give it a shot.
I mean,
See if I can get all glistened up.
and I
up
think it
top.
comes with like
Yeah.
a little buffer, so you can really get.
Yeah,
that.
and then
Ooh.
after you're done with that, then you can sign up to, get Hardly Heroes After Dark for $3 a month.
What do you mean? I'm already. What are you talking about?
Oh, you already subscribed.
I already subscribed.
Talking about the listeners
Oh, okay.
after they come.
Do you have
to-
anybody you can guilt trip into subscribing?
Why would you
Um,
guilt trip? It's amazing After Dark.
I think I've already guilt tripped everybody that I could.
Okay.
But there's, I could-
Mammy, you got your ma'am on?
No, my
Oh,
mom is
come on,
not. I
that's-
don't know if I want.
No, our ma'am pays, but she doesn't listen to it.
Yeah.
Oh, but you don't even want her having the option.
No, no, definitely not.
Because what if she's like, well, maybe I'll give it a listen.
Not
And then
after
she's
last
like-
week's episode. Not
She'd be
gonna
like,
happen.
you told the poopy pants story at Disneyland.
Okay. Well, so that's what's on the docket. That's what's going on with Sector 7. Thank you for asking.
Yes.
Cuckoo.
All right, what do we got? What are we
For
doing?
some sidekick mayo.
Okay, hold on. I'm reading. I always read katanas because
Sidekick Mayo.
we are soulmates.
Not after last week. She's
I'm curious to see-
disappointed.
I'm curious to see how this week's gonna go.
Look, you
Yeah.
can get in a disagreement.
Disappointed
I
though?
know,
That
but you
was
can come-
rough.
You can come.
You were even crushed.
I was crushed, but we've talked since then.
Catons? You and Catons?
Yeah, me and Katans. I mean, we messaged. We didn't
You guys
talk
had
with
some
the
makeup
voice.
text?
We
Yeah.
didn't. It was through Instagram.
Ooh.
Makeup
Not
text is
even-
best.
Not even telephone numbers. Ouch. It's over.
It's not over. I'm gonna get those digits.
You can get them digis?
I'm gonna get those digits.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
It's Philly cheese time.
Hey, HH crew. Just listened to the show. Pretty excited to see the new Batman, and I appreciate the back and forth you guys had on it. I grew up watching all the Batman movies, and I always have a soft spot for them, whether they're good or not. That's kind of true. George Clooney, Michael Keaton, Christian Bale. And then it says, and Ben Affleck, I just can't.
What about Val Kilmer?
Seriously.
What about Val Kilmer? She
Nipple.
didn't even.
The nipple suit.
It's not on the list.
What? How you gonna forget Val Kilms?
She just doesn't have it on here.
I mean,
I
it
actu-
was.
I actually
Kinda
agree.
forgetful.
I really don't even remember the Val Kilmer one.
What? The one
like,
with-
eh.
Are you talking about Jim Carrey,
Yeah, I don't even remember it.
the Riddler?
I remember him being the Riddler.
Oh my gosh!
Okay.
How you guys gonna hate on Iceman?
Ooh.
I'm still
That
reading
was
an email.
Arnie, huh? Or was that Arnie?
I'm in the middle of it.
Mr. Freeze? No, that was Mr.
No,
Freeze.
yeah, that was. I'm talking about Iceman on Top Gun.
Oh, gotcha.
Well, yeah.
You're dangerous.
Of course. Yeah. With the bite.
Yeah.
I feel like they enhanced that noise.
I like the gum because they're like cheek is just like a
and he has like a really like
definitive muscle,
like defined like jaw muscle. The thing with Val is that he was very good looking when he was younger, and he just
didn't age well.
The thing is he's sick now, so you can't really like say anything bad about him because he's sick. He's got like throat cancer or something. Mm-hmm. But even before that, when he was kind of fat and bloated, it's like he's square. Doesn't he look square to you? It's like his square head just got like bigger square.
Him and Steven Seagal must have been like best friends or something because they both like. They just got boxy and like
they got the drinking face.
Yeah, but it's very angular and square.
It's very square. You're right.
Very square. Okay, back to Katana's email. I agree. I love how gritty the new one looks, and I can't wait to see Colin Farrell as Penguin. Agreed. Mm-hmm. I really hope they don't make that sexy man look hideous. Fingers crossed. I mean, I'm sure they're gonna make him look pretty bad. I mean, you can't have a cute penguin. Unless you're me, who did dress up as the penguin once, and I was really cute. So you can't do it.
Beg to differ.
Superman really is boring, cheese. I concur. Oh, I'm allergic to kryptonite. Oh, grow up. You can fly, but you can't be around a rock. Shake my head. Batman is badass.
That's true.
That's a good point.
It's so true. Honestly, Superman is like a snooze fest. Okay, hold on. And whoa, Powerpuff Girls, yes please. That was lit when I was little. You should get on that, guys. That's because she's like a baby. She's in her 20s. None of us are in our 20s, Katana, okay?
I still am. I don't know what you're
You are not.
Maybe mentally.
Yes.
Oh, and Buddy.
Whoa.
How does it feel for Cheese and Dilly to get fan mail, but not you? Ouch. Aren't you the host, Mad King?
Burn.
I can hear his jealous undertones every time our romance gets brought up, Cheese. I know. I look, he's staring at me now.
He is. He's pissed.
And it's usually brought up by him. He's hating hard on the celestial greatness that is our connection. Okay, that is a beautiful line. I'm getting this like tattooed on my leg.
Sounds like you guys are back.
I think we're back.
It doesn't even really... all it is just hating on me. She... pretty much demolished Cheese last week. The worst thing you could
disappointed.
Say, that's the worst thing you could say to somebody. Yeah, I'd rather you be mad at me than disappointed. She didn't even really talk that highly of you.
Yeah, she said we have a celestial greatness that is our connection. And she also said horde.
Horde?
Celestial.
To answer a previous question, yes, I am single. And yes, Katana does have a katana costume. Noise. Noise. Just out here looking for someone to be my Sub-Zero. Winky face. Or if you're going to be Philly cheese for Halloween, I'll be the buns. That's what I'm talking about.
Nice.
And then she says, let's link up, babe. I forgive you. Hashtag free Britney.
Dang.
We're back.
Yeah, I would say so.
We're back on. I'm going to get her phone number.
I do like the hashtag free Britney.
I know. Oh my God.
I did go back and like watch some of those videos. There's some bizarre happenings going on for sure.
Something's going on with her.
Please somebody help Britney.
You know what's the funniest thing? Actually, Parm pointed this out. So our previous host, Sprinkles, he has an Instagram where he does a lot of funny stuff and he'll put his face on like different people's bodies. And I swear to God, it was like in the stars. It was like cosmic because I don't think he's listening to the After Dark because he's not a subscriber. It was like literally in the stars. Literally the morning. I said literally 5 times. The morning after we talked about Free Britney on a segment that he created.
Yeah, it's so weird.
He posted 3 videos of him as Britney Spears.
That's part of the controversy.
That's sprinkle me some conspiracy.
It's almost like,
there.
Is he in on the conspiracy?
Yeah.
He might be. He might be one of Britney's captors.
So if you guys are new to the show, we do every other week we do an After Dark free or subscribed episode.
Yep.
And last week we did Sprinkle Me Some Conspiracy, which is where I dive into a conspiracy, and we talked about the Free Britney. So if you want to hear more about that, go to Podbean and subscribe to our podcast.
Yes.
You just got cheese.
Katana, thank you so much for writing in.
Ugh.
That just
Can
made your
she not
evening.
write in?
No, I think she
It's
should.
been like 3 weeks in a row.
You know what,
Probably
Katana?
longer.
She's steady on
I
this.
know. It's
I
because
like it.
we are something. And again, if you guys are just
You're something, but don't have each other's phone numbers.
if you guys are just tuning in, Katana is one of our P1 listeners. She writes in all the time. Her and I have somewhat of a love affair that really upsets Buddy for some reason.
I think it's just that it hasn't happened and you're delusional. She's like, I don't have her phone number. She pays me to do her hair, you know? It's a little weird.
Well,
I feel like she's going to
Is
end
there
up with somebody from Norway or something.
well, I think Johnny is.
Johnny's hot on the trot.
Yeah. The trot.
Johnny.
Is that how you say it?
Yeah,
Hot
Hot
on
to
the
trot, yeah.
Hot to trot.
No, he said hot on
He
the
said
trot.
hot on the trot. That's
Yeah.
different. But
That's a buddy.
we know what he meant.
All right, you guys. Well, thank you, Katana. Well, let's hear from you next week.
Yeah, no, let's take a break. Let's take a break.
All right, so let's talk some Cobra Kai.
I'm all steamed up for some Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai. How far are you in, Dill?
Not very far. I'm still on the first season, actually.
I'm about halfway
Cheese?
through the trailer.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding.
Ouch.
I watched the whole trailer.
What about you?
I'm 3 episodes from finishing season 2.
So I kind of
Okay.
want a breakdown of this. Now I know it was on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So there's already a season, and this is on Netflix. It's season 2, but it is the original 2 guys, right? The Cobra Kai guy and what's
Yeah.
his name?
Daniel
Daniel and Johnny.
Danielson, the real
Ralph Macchio.
actor.
Yes. And the real Johnny actor.
Okay, I don't.
Do you have a butt cramp or something? What's going
Buddy, I don't know. Oh my gosh.
on? Ouch.
Buddy just jumped out of his seat, took his headphones off, and he has a Charlie horse or something. Are you okay?
Sorry guys, that was a leg cramp from my karate lessons I've been doing at home. Whoo, that
Okay,
hurt.
so Danielson,
Yes.
the real actor, and Cobra Kai guy, real
Yeah.
actor.
They're both back. So
Give me a rundown of the show.
So pretty much what the show is it's fast forward. They're in their 40s now, and pretty much what's kind of cool is they go to the other side of kind of showing how Danielson was kind of the crappier guy,
Oh, really?
which is kind of funny that they kind of played in that manner because you think about everything worked out for him. Now he's grown up. He's got a dealership. He's got a wife. He's got kids. Like, he's super successful. You know, he's like a local celebrity in the Valley. Everybody's
Right.
like, oh, man, I remember you in 86 when you won the tournament and all that stuff. So he's like this iconic person in the Valley and super successful. And then they go to, why can't I think of his name?
Johnny.
So they go to Johnny, and Johnny like lives in an apartment. Mm-hmm. He's got nothing. He's, you know, pretty much nothing.
He's like rock bottom for the most part.
And so, you know, he kind of is just like, I'm going to reopen Cobra Kai. And it, you know, it sends Danielson like just feuding, upset because he wanted Cobra Kai to die. And now it's coming back. So it's kind of their feud, but you kind of don't root for Danielson. You kind of,
Yeah.
especially in the first season. But it's so funny to see them both come back.
Yeah.
And they look the same, you know what I mean? But it's,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just, it's.
Is it like funny? Is it supposed to be funny, or
It is a little. I
it
mean,
is
it does
a
have
little
some
bit.
Or is it a
comedy
drama?
elements. A little bit. I mean, it's a good mix of everything, but
It's just so hard. And I like the show, don't get me wrong. But it's so hard for me to swallow that somebody in the 80s is famous for
Oh, right.
a karate tournament.
Yeah, like one.
like nobody would
1 year, you
ever
know?
care about that.
Yeah, it's like,
Like,
they're like, oh my God, it's the
that's-
Valley Karate Tournament. And it's
Yeah.
like this huge thing, you know, and like people are stopping him in the store like, oh my gosh, you're Danielson.
No,
Like
that's
Daniel LaRusso, like
That's right.
you won with the, you know, the karate.
Let me see those
kid.
baby browns.
Exactly. Like it's just, it's hard to
No,
kind of
and that,
wrap
that's
your
actually
head
a funny
around
thing
that.
to say because, like, how many kids have won a karate tournament You know what I'm saying? That nobody cares
I
about.
mean, when I was 12, I think.
Oh, so you're famous.
I took state in the
You took state?
karate championships.
Yeah.
Did you use a crane kick?
Southern Carmichael District. No.
But that's where you gotta kind of. But it does have like a huge '80s feel to it. It's funny. It's a good show to watch. But it's funny is it was not very popular at all. I watched it originally on YouTube,
Right.
and nobody watched that show. Like barely anybody I knew watched Cobra Kai. And now that it's on Netflix, it's the number one thing watched on there. It kind of shows you the power of Netflix.
It shows you the power of Netflix, and it shows you the difference in platforms. Because the thing is like if you put it on Netflix, it automatically gives it some kind of clout. Mm-hmm. And not everyone has the paid YouTube. And that's another thing. Everybody has Netflix. Literally everybody has Netflix.
And everybody was worried about people getting rid of Netflix. Everybody kept
I think when it first came out, I think they only put the first 2 episodes on YouTube, right?
No, they put the whole season.
They did, but they give you the first 2 for free.
Yes.
So and I think it was Brother James that told me about that. So that's kind of how I first noticed it. But yeah, I wasn't going to, subscribe to YouTube or whatever.
My buddy did it just for the show. And he's like, I got to watch it. And I watched it too. And I was like, man, I was really surprised how good they did. But I'm really excited to see where it goes, trying to finish this second season, so I know.
Well, so I have something to say about this. If you guys are a fan or not a fan of Karate Kid, there's this comedian that does like a little bit of a kind of a bit on the Karate Kid that you have to watch. It's Gary Goldman.
Gary.
Okay, you have to look this up on YouTube. Like just Gary Goldman, like Karate Kid, because he basically talks about how he thinks Danielson's like whiny, that he totally roots for the Cobra Kai. Mm-hmm. He also says that he feels like that the movie's like unwatchable, and he also is like when Mr. Miyagi's like the crane kicks, like you can't defeat it. He's like you can't defend it. He's all no defend. He's can defend. You can defend because he's like just back away from, and he's like holding
or move to the side.
He's holding that like crane pose for like 30 minutes before he kicks. Anyway, you have to look that up because it's so funny.
It's about the timing of the crane kick.
Yeah, okay. But anyway, so Cobra Kai, I am gonna watch it, I swear to God. I just haven't yet because I've been watching Lovecraft Country, and I've also been opening my salon. So
right, you've been a little busy.
I've been a little busy, but I'm a little behind. But besides Cobra Kai, we just got some news that just dropped.
Dude, something hot off the press right now.
We just got a text right now.
Hot.
Literally just came in.
I'm talking red hot.
Guys,
breaking news.
This is
big. Dill's about to lose his mind.
I think Dill's going to leave right now.
I don't even know what is happening.
The Boys Season 2 premieres drops early.
Oh, yeah.
The first 3 episodes
are right now. You can watch them right now.
You can watch them right now.
So who's going home and watching?
All right, guys. I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, and I'm out. I know what I'm doing when I'm getting home.
Because I honestly thought it was like, if I can make it to midnight, can I watch them?
Yeah.
So they're giving us 3 episodes early until midnight. Then we get them all.
Yeah. But I don't know. Does it drop at midnight?
So originally released tomorrow, September 4th. The first 3 episodes of The Boys is released right now.
Oh.
So go watch it.
That's juicy.
Although you guys will be listening to this by the time we'll be home and watching already.
Watching.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so excited for that. Show. Especially after that second trailer. Oh, dude, I'm so ready.
The whale?
Yeah.
I feel like the first episode's going to be so... Because do you remember the first episode of the first season? Where you're like, okay, this is kind of normal, and it's just like a guy and a girl, and it's really cute. And then all of a sudden she just explodes.
Yeah, you're like, what?
And you're like, that's...
it's like blood everywhere.
I feel like the first episode of the second season is going to be epic.
I cannot wait for that show.
Yeah. So excited. There's a lot of good things happening tonight. We got, right now, as we speak, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 in the queue, downloading. So that's going to be ready as soon as old Dill gets home. And I'm going to be on that heavy.
Are you going to do that or The Boys?
I'll probably wait to watch The Boys till I lay my head down to sleep this evening. I'll watch some of The Boys, but yeah, up until that point, it's Tony Hawk.
It's the Hawk.
It's no doubt.
All right, are we ready to get into some news?
Yeah, let's go.
And now, another installment of Modernizing the Phil.
So why is the tooth blue? Is it rotten? Or maybe it's magical. No, Phil, it's another form of wireless communication with shorter range and a more dedicated connection. So it is magic. I knew it. No, it's not magic, Phil. Magic isn't real. Then how do you explain this unicorn standing next to me? That's your dog. It ain't my dog. Speak to me, Baxter.
Someone remind me why we do this again?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not even going to try to explain the mind of this man. Just, let's get to the news.
I haven't a clue what's going on here.
2 major announcements out of Netflix land. Let's start with them canceling Altered Carbon. Now, I personally enjoyed the show and the world building around it, but apparently the viewer threshold that the streaming monster holds to their shows up against just didn't hold up. Joel Kinnaman did a pretty awesome job in the first season, and I felt like as complex as the plot was, it was still easy enough to follow.
Are you bamboozled? Are you perplexed?
Season 2 had Anthony Mackie playing the same character, but a few centuries later. If you're wondering how that works, well, just watch the show.
Just do it!
Now, the second major announcement from Netflix is a bigger one that I know Dilly has already said he's all in for.
You son of a I'm in!
The official announcement for their Resident Evil series was made, and it will be a whole new take on the franchise, which, in my opinion, is much needed.
What took you so long?
This new take will be 8 episodes long, according to the First Order, and half will take place before the virus outbreak. The other half will be after the outbreak, where there will be only 15 million survivors up against 6 billion infected.
We're all gonna die!
All I hope is that we get a renewed focus on the characters we love from the games instead of following the director's wife in a super role made up for the movies.
My name is Alice. And I remember everything.
Now, huge news. Disney Plus finally gave us the date we've all been waiting for. Woo! Mando Season 2 is back on October 30th.
Noise.
Again, quick pause for the customary buddy woo, and let's go.
Woo!
Also, it's time for Dilly to bust out that credit card again and sign up for Disney Plus.
Yeah, that.
A lot of speculation has been happening with the shows on Disney Plus, especially since almost all of the Marvel shows were halted due to the
Coronavirus!
But Mando was secretly filming before the Rona had a chance to wreak havoc on the world.
The world, Craig!
I know, I'm extremely excited to get more Star Wars content with our lack of content this year, and I'm ready for some Marvel content since the Rona has been destroying entertainment, but I guess we just need to be more patient and wait until filming can resume for most of the stuff that we really want.
I have spoken.
This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way.
Now, I wanted to wait until the end to mention this, and I know we brought it up earlier in the show, but this terrible news has a huge impact on our community in ways that will ripple for a long time to come. The man who brought to life so many heroes of history, such as Thurgood Marshall, James Brown, and Jackie Robinson, as well as brought to life for the first time a hero to the mainstream that allowed kids of color to look up and be able to see themselves in a hero that just looked just like them. Chadwick Boseman has passed away from colon cancer at the age of 43. I'm going to end the segment on this today with a moment of silence for the King of Wakanda. Rest in power, my brother. White Ranger out.
Thank you, Phil.
Thanks, Phil.
So, sorry, I'm so distracted.
Every time it just
it just gets me.
Take us right back.
It's so weird because hearing about it, I was here. So like it just brings it all back, and just like my phone was just blowing up with everybody, telling me about it, and it's just like it doesn't get any easier seeing it every time that every person's texting you, and you're just like,
it's so heartbreaking.
And I get it, everybody wants to, talk about it. It's just it's not easy.
So I did I'm looking at the news because there was something I did want to talk about. Oh, Mando. So season 2, Dilly, are you getting it? When are you signing up? The day before it drops?
Probably. Maybe as soon as it's out, I'll get it again.
Is it gonna hit?
Oh, definitely.
It's gonna be a hitter.
Absolute ski.
Def.
It's gonna be a hitter.
But so it comes out on October 30th.
Yeah.
That's a very special day for me.
That is
a
special day.
It's a very special day for me, and I have
for all of us
something
really.
that takes precedent before I can watch the Mando.
You have to spend time with your bestie,
and that is I need to contact my bestie, Brother James, and wish him a happy birthday.
It is his birthday, Brother James' birthday, October 30th, the day before Halloween. And I did want to mention something though, because Brother James did reach out. Because a lot of times Brother James will listen to the podcast and then he'll text us funny things.
Friday morning, though.
Right. He'll text us funny things. And then by the time the show comes around the next week, I have forgotten where I hear things. Now, I did want to make a...
formal apology?
A formal apology, and also, like, scratch from the... Or, like, add to the record, whatever. You know, what do you do when you, like, make a mistake in a magazine? And then
I can edit.
Yeah, what's that called? Anyway, is that what it's called?
I think an edit, yeah.
So Brother James actually did come up with the name
Addendum.
Yes.
He came up with the name Philly Cheese. So I want to give him credit. The thing is he texts me a lot of funny things. He says a lot of funny stuff all the time. And we started using Philly cheese just like normal. And I forgot to give him credit.
Give him credit where credit's due.
Credit is due. So Brother James just wanted to do that. Sorry about it. And we love you.
Got to give credit where credit is due.
True that. Yeah, so now that season 2 of Mando is going to come out, I'm probably be a shut-in that weekend, and it's going to be around Halloween, which Halloween's probably going to be shut down too. So
you guys, I can't even talk about that.
That's really bumming me out.
Oh, you know what? I have an idea.
That is rough.
Do you guys remember my girl Katana from earlier in the show?
Yes, we do. How could we forget?
What I think we should do is like a virtual Halloween hangout.
That might be pretty fun.
You know,
That's
like
a good
we
idea.
dress up and then we like, I don't know.
Just stare at each other on screens.
That
sounds awesome.
Really fun.
Play drinking games.
I mean, like all of us.
We just sit there and look at each other and eat candy.
Yeah, like me, like Parm, Goat. We get everybody in.
Like a Hardly Heroes Halloween.
Like a Zoom chat with everybody dressed up.
A Triple H.
Because can I tell you something about Halloween? The best part of Halloween is not Halloween. It's the months and it's the months before, the weeks before, and it's literally the day that I'm getting ready. I'm putting on my makeup. I'm like, all this work I'm doing, I put it all on. That's the best part. Actually going out, of course, like if people are like loving your costume, that's fun, but that's not, it's my favorite part is building it. It's building it.
Bull. That is bull.
Such a lie.
That is baloney. Grade A baloney. Because when we went to Maui-Ween last year, and that's the hardest part, is last year was Maui-Ween, which was a phenomenal Halloween.
Forgot about that.
Cheese was, if I may say, butt-sized of how excited she was of everybody coming up to us. Oh my God, your Halloween costumes look amazing. She's like, I did that one. I made that one. I made that one.
I know.
I even stitched the NFL logo on the.
But what I'm saying is like that's one.
So she didn't really talk about how much she loves everything before
Halloween. She was
Halloween.
Complaining about making sure everybody was ready but herself.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm saying that's the best part of it.
No, but you were complaining about getting us all ready.
That's because you couldn't even do your own hair.
I didn't. What do you mean do my own hair? I wore a hat.
Or dad, like I had to do my dad's hair. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, and nobody could do their own. Like I literally had to dress people, like put their clothes on them.
You didn't have to dress me. I literally wore a hat, brown pants, brown shirt. Ray Finkel.
Of patches that I hand sewn.
You said that's your favorite part
HDS.
is the leading up.
I know, but see, that's part of it is me bitching to you guys about all the work that I'm doing so that you guys can be like, oh my God, you're doing such a good job. Do you know what I'm saying? It's part of it.
Then don't complain.
Look, this is the thing. the Halloween night, it's so short-lived. You have months and months of doing all these things. That's the fun part. And then Halloween, it's like, it's over.
No, dude, I brought the box. I made a box, and then I put silverware in it, and I was kicking it around in Maui
Wait,
Wing.
you didn't even...
that was the best.
You didn't even explain who you were. You just...
What do you mean? He just said it like 5 times. Said HDS.
I got a package, people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But I was kicking around the package. That was my favorite part of the whole night. I just kept bobbing and weaving through people.
No, but this is what's funny about Buddy, if you hang out with him, is
we hang out all the time, just about every weekend.
Yeah.
He's like sober a lot. And even if he does drink a little bit, it's like a little bit. Like he doesn't really get drunk, right? So like he gets really high off of like attention and stuff like that. So he was like in the middle of the street kicking this box. Like he would turn around with just
somebody
like
look at me,
like crazy eye. Like he looks like he's on something, but he's just like really high on life.
Yeah.
And I never understand that. I'm like, I need more alcohol.
I don't need alcohol.
I have never really seen. Now that you mention it, I've never really seen him like no,
he doesn't get drunk
in the bag.
No,
so to speak.
He really does. It's
the most in the bag was on the After Dark. That
the 2 beer night.
Peaches?
No, that peach cobbler night.
Oh, okay.
Oof. But even then, it's like he really doesn't get drunk. He just like a lot of times if we're drinking, he either has like a beer or he's like, no, I'm good. He'll have like water.
How do you say that again?
Like water.
Can we cut?
Who drinks water?
I don't know. Maybe it's time we do a butt chug or something. We got to get him, to that level.
Drunk. Okay. Anyway, I'm so sorry, you guys. I don't even know what we're talking about. We got off.
All right, you want to do the hardly headlines?
Sure. Okay, so movies. Paramount Pictures sets new release date. So Snake Eyes G.I. Joe has moved from October 23rd, 2020 to October 22nd, 2021. Are you guys into G.I. Joe?
I was that was like my toy growing up. G.I. Joe, like all day. I had everything.
Yeah.
But the movies, no, they just didn't do it for
really?
me. Yeah. It's like,
I wasn't a big G.I. Joe movie fan.
No, not at all.
So Scream 5 is set to release January 14th, 2022. Clifford the Red Dog, for some reason, is on here. Who
Big
cares?
Red Dog.
No.
I care.
Do you really care?
I love Clifford. Yeah.
You watch Clifford.
Clifford was like, well, I don't know if you would relate. I don't know if you can like relate, but when I was that age, like I had Clifford books. You didn't have like
we had Clifford books,
and you weren't in the Clifford,
no,
the Big Red Dog.
I loved Clifford when I was like a child,
right?
But would you watch a Clifford movie?
Yeah, I probably would.
Okay.
Why not?
The Kingsman release date.
Why not?
They're like, all right, we're moving on.
Yeah, Kingsman release date was pushed back due to the 20th Century Studio. What is that? Prequel film? The Kingsman?
Okay. Oh, yeah, right. Yeah.
And the movie was supposed to release September 18th, 2020, but now has been moved back to February 26th, 2021.
And then at DC Fandom, The Rock teased some of what's to come in the film. Producer has now opened up what the timetable for shooting might look like. But what we learned today is
you heard about The Rock.
The Rock...
And his whole family.
Right. So he's better now, though. He had corona.
Okay. They had covidia.
His whole family had covidia.
Wow.
And I guess his kids were okay, but him and his wife were actually pretty sick.
Okay.
But he is better, and they're all fine now. But I'm sure that has halted just, whatever is going on with the production.
Oh.
But also, right, we also heard that Patterson.
Yeah, Patterson
has COVID.
Yeah. Isn't that kind of ironic though that he's the Batman and then the whole 2020 coin with the bat on it and then
wait, but isn't
COVID
like didn't COVID come from a bat? They thought
they don't really know, but there's speculation
let's say that it did.
We will say that it did. It's a little ironic.
What it is you know what this means? It kind of means that I don't know, man. Is he the Batman?
Could be.
I mean, he got COVID.
Right.
And if he survives COVID.
No, but what Batman gets COVID?
What do you mean? Batman,
a regular person.
Batman Begins, remember he gets sprayed by Scarecrow and he gets the drugs, and then he comes back from it, and then he comes back badass. That's what's going to happen to Pattinson.
I'm just saying, it's like Batman wears a mask all the time. Okay.
You're saying he doesn't
proof
get
the masks don't work.
Yeah,
well,
bro.
his mask actually doesn't cover his nose or his mouth.
That would be awesome if the new Batman had a full face mask.
Yeah.
For 2020.
Okay, so let's see. Some CBS news. Stephen King's The Stand will premiere in December.
Ooh, wait. Is that like a reboot or what's going on there?
Okay, so the series is coming from Josh Boone, The New Mutants.
Okay.
The Stand will be a 10-episode series adaptation set in the apocalyptic world destroyed by deadly plague.
Yeah.
And the story centers around the ultimate battle between good and evil. Starring, sorry you guys, my microphone's a little weird right now. Starring James Marsden, Amber Heard, Alexander Skarsgård, Greg Kinnear, Whoopi Goldberg, and Heather Graham. And Heather Graham? Stephen King wrote the 10th and final episode of the series, which will expand on the story and go beyond the ending of the book. So the limited series of Stephen King's epic 1978 novel will premiere December 17th. That actually sounds pretty good. Is that something that you read?
Read the book and watched the movie, but the
Okay.
movie is quite old now.
Okay.
I think it's probably at least 20 years old. But it was a multi-part series. Maybe it wasn't a movie, but it was a series that they did. It was good.
Yeah, there's the thing with Stephen King for me is when he does something that I love it, and then there's some things where it doesn't hit with me. Are there certain things like that for you guys
There's
too?
been a couple
Okay.
from King that just weren't hitters.
Right.
Definitely, yeah. Not everything is.
It's all about
is gold.
Langoliers.
The Langoliers?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
So you guys, Fox is
okay.
developing an animated comedy? Why can't I say that word?
Comedy?
Comedy
There you go.
series for X-Files. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Nah.
That sounds kind of fun.
The next news is big news.
Oh, here you
big
guys.
news for Dill.
Dilly,
Let's go.
Did you read this? Peacock orders Joe Exotic series starring Kate McKinnon and Carol Baskins. Oh,
Yes.
as Carol Baskins.
Carol Baskins.
Do you guys know who Kate McKinnon is?
The name sounds real familiar.
She's from SNL. She's like blonde. She's like on the newer SNL. She was in the Ghostbusters.
Okay, yeah.
She's
yeah,
really
yeah.
funny. Like I know the Ghostbusters wasn't a great movie, but she's hilarious. So her as Carol Baskins. Okay, let's read this.
Yes.
Peacock has landed a new dramedy series called Joe Exotic. It will dig deeper into the story of the arch nemesis Joe Exotic and Carol Baskins, who will be portrayed by Kate McKinnon. So Tiger King's Carol Baskins. Oh my God. This is a whole nother news clip, you guys. Carol Baskins joins Dancing with the Stars.
Oh my God.
You gotta be kidding me.
Terrible.
Hey, all you cool cats and kittens.
She's about to be out on the first round.
Oh my God. One of the polarizing figures from Netflix's controversial Tiger King, Murder, Mayhem, and Madness is coming back to TV screens this fall. Carol Baskins, founder of the Big Cat Rescue and longtime rival of the imprisoned Joe Exotic, has officially joined the cast of the upcoming 29th season of Dancing with the Stars. You guys,
no, it's gonna be such a train wreck.
Oh, I've never watched that show, and I swear to God, I'm gonna watch this
just to see what
Are
she's
you guys
like.
kidding me? She's so weird.
She's probably gonna get out there and do the damn thing.
She's probably trying to get people to stop hating her so much.
Yeah. Oh, that's too good.
That's great headlines there.
Yeah.
That was really good. That was a juice.
I'm ready for some more Tiger King stuff because
Oh, God, I
it
need
hit
it.
so heavy for
Dude,
so long,
I mean-
and then it just nothing.
petered.
Well,
It
it's
just
just
gone.
I feel like it hit. We needed the Tiger King
Yeah.
in the beginning parts of quarantine.
Has anybody rewatched
No,
No.
but I really want to.
No.
Okay,
the
so
Tiger Meat?
My boy
you guys-
Jeff Lowry.
Netflix, Netflix signs a multi-year deal with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle.
Pass.
What is this? So it's like they will make documentaries, feature films, scripted shows.
Who cares?
You guys, I thank you. You guys, I get like the Us magazine and the People magazine for the salon, and I can't tell you every other issue is the royal family on it. Who cares?
Well, I guess a lot of people do care, but I just
I do
don't
not
really
care about the royal family. I literally could care less. I'm like so bored with their drama
His hairline.
Oh my God. I mean, whatever. People go bald, but are you talking about?
Why did you look at me right when you said that? I know what Dilly'd wish for.
Wait, you guys, listen to this one. Batman, let Batman be your co-pilot. Waze has become a favorite traffic app for commuters around the country. Google announced some Batman features to the Waze in light of Batman Day later this month. The update will let fans select Kevin Conroy's Batman as their co-pilot who navigates them to the next destination.
Yes.
These voices will be available to fans until October 31st.
That's awesome.
So Disney is moving forward with the new Haunted Mansion movie. I'm pretty stoked on that. I mean, I don't know, I guess I kind of felt this way when they made the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. You're like, how does that movie? You know, it's like a ride at Disneyland.
Mm-hmm.
And then they made a really good movie. I think the first one was good. So I kind of thinking how do you make a movie out of the Haunted Mansion? But
didn't they already do a Haunted Mansion movie?
I don't know. Have they?
Wasn't Eddie Murphy in it, or maybe I'm wrong.
I heard
So let's hear some rumors. Alrighty. So Star Wars. Rossio Dawson has shot. I can't.
I didn't know what you were saying, but now
I can't say any of these words. Someone else needs to read
Rosario?
This. What is Ashka Tona? I don't even know any of these words. Can someone else read this?
Ahsoka Tona?
I don't know.
I'll just say the correct words for you.
Okay. Say it.
Rosario Dawson
has shot
Ahsoka Tona
footage for an upcoming Mandalorian promo.
What did she say? Rosario.
I was reading.
Your vein. You're laughing so hard. There's like a huge vein running through your middle of your forehead. I love it. Oh, that was good.
So
Phil, let's get a sound clip of that. If you
the actress has reportedly recently shot footage as
Ahsoka Tona.
Mm-hmm. As little as 2 weeks ago. The footage was shot I'm done reading. Someone else take over. This isn't. Does anyone else?
Just keep going. You got this.
Does anyone else have this on their computer?
We believe in you.
You know what? I'm done with the news.
You could do it.
Can we move on? I'm over this. Okay, bye, news. What's next on our docket? I'm over it.
All right. Well,
I can't read.
Get rid of it, huh?
Oh, you know what's next? Dilly's Gaming Corner.
What about Taika Waititi?
Taika Waititi?
Taika Waititi?
No, I can't read it.
It's Dilly's Gaming Corner.
Next.
Oh, boy.
Over.
All right, guys. So, we do have some Red Dead Redemption news.
Let's hear it.
Ooh.
Yeah, so the new Red Dead Redemption gameplay feature has leaked. Online gameplay feature has leaked, hinting at what's coming to PS4 and Xbox. So Rockstar Games added ghost versions of animals to the files of Red Dead Redemption 2. Speculation is that peyote plants are coming to the game.
What?
And so, the community's thinking it has something to do with the pamphlets that Harriet has. I don't know if that's like one of the missions that you do, but that's kind of what they're thinking. I'm thinking you get the peyote plant somehow, or you can harvest them, and then that's probably where these ghost animals come into, because you're in the spirit world.
Yeah,
but we don't really know yet. That's kind of all we know at this point.
Okay.
So it really could be anything, but that's just all speculation. Next up, we have Call of Duty. 2 trailers for Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. The game was teased last week, and now Activision has released 2 new trailers for the upcoming game. One is more of a general trailer that shows us a little of what to expect from the game's campaign mode. The other is all about giving us some more information about the mysterious Perseus. Fans will be able to tune into Twitch on September 9th to learn more about the multiplayer modes that will be available. That's kind of what I'm waiting for.
Yeah.
The game does support cross-play and cross-progression. That's awesome. Black Ops Cold War is slated to release on November 13th across PC, PS4, and Xbox One.
Nice.
PS5 and Xbox Series X releases scheduled for holiday 2020.
2020.
I don't know. I mean, I'll probably check out the multiplayer trailer and see what it's all about. But I don't know, man. I kind of gave up on the Call of Duty franchise a little bit. The last
the
last editions just haven't really been hitters for me, at least.
But are they still popular? Do they still?
Oh
stay?
yeah, I mean it's probably
it's no Pubbles, but
I mean it probably would outsell Pub, but I don't know. It's just
for you, it's over.
Yeah, but it's a Black Ops, so I'm in on the Black Ops. They usually have the zombie modes in there, so there's a chance that I could come back. Lastly, we have Mortal Kombat, new Mortal Kombat 11 DLC character confirmed. So alongside a tease that plenty of more content is coming to the PS4, Xbox One, PC, and Nintendo Switch, Google Stadia fighting game. A new DLC character is coming. The news comes from Richard Epcar, the voice actor behind Raiden, confirming that Ash Williams of the Evil Dead movie franchise is coming to the game. Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath will be available on the PS4, Xbox One, PC, Nintendo Switch, and even Google Stadia. Currently not announced for PS5 or Xbox Series X.
Okay.
So some new characters there. That's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have Mortal Kombat 11 yet, but I do have 10, and I really liked it. So I'll probably wait for the next sale and cop that. We are going to go into a little bit of Dilly's retro revival.
Ooh.
And I dug in the crates deep this time. I mean, we went deep. I've had some games from 20 years ago. I went even further.
No way.
I resurrected something from early childhood. And this is a game, like, you could play it today, and it holds up. And that is so you can't say that for anything that came out in 1986.
Woo!
86
Most
people.
things do not hold up.
They don't. Especially, like, graphic-wise. I mean, this game was way ahead of its time. What is that game, you ask?
What is it?
720.
I don't know.
720.
Really?
So it was a skateboarding game, right? It came out, and it had a really distinctive body to the actual arcade game that you would see in the arcades. It had like a big speaker cabinet on the top of it.
Okay.
It was really cool. So the game, sorry, let me flip this around. So it's a skateboarding game released in 1986. It was released by Atari Games. It came out in the arcade first and foremost, but then to the Commodore 64, which is super old, as you know, the NES, the 2X Spectrum, and even Game Boy Color.
Jeez.
So this was a single player or a two player alternating game. So basically what you do is it was just you, your skateboard, and $100. And you start off kind of skating around this town. Uh-huh. And the goal is to collect as much money as you can before this timer that you have runs out. When that timer runs out, a swarm of bees chases after you all around the map and progressively gets, faster until it gets you. So what you needed to do is collect all your money and get to these little sections of the map where they had the skate parks. So there was basically like a ramp, a downhill, a slalom, and a jump. And that's where you earn like your medals in the game. And once you got your ticket, which is, progressively gets harder and harder to earn, you can kind of cruise around the rest of the map and get shoes. You can pay for a board, pads, and helmet. And it's just a lot of fun, man. If you guys haven't played it, go check it out. I'm not trying to brag, but on the worldwide leaderboards, I sit at number 31.
Shut up.
I swear. I took pictures. So I've been playing this for a long time. I streamed it when I did that. So that's on my Twitch channel if you want to check that out. But it gave me the worst headache I've ever had in my life.
Why?
I played this thing for like 3 hours straight, and it's so intense. Like to get on that leaderboard up that high, you can't make a mistake. You literally just have to play the game perfectly.
So people are still playing this on the regs, this 1986 game?
I don't know. I mean, probably not on the regs.
So when did you get into that place?
When did I get
the 31?
Probably a couple years ago. I set that up. So it's on, you can find it on, it released for the 360 on the Midway Arcade Classic Treasures or something like that. It was part of that. So you had Joust, like APB, a whole bunch of other games, like classic games, but a lot of fun. And it's still really good. Like you can go in there and have a lot of fun. So if you're into retro games, you probably already know about it, but maybe it's due for a revisit. A lot of fun. Which brings us to Cheese's favorite part of the segment. Movies from 1986.
Okay, this was also the year that Buddy was born.
The year of my birth.
His birth.
This is your birth year.
So these are birth year
And
movies.
let me tell you guys,
Good stuff?
1986
was it lit?
produced hitters.
Hey, I'm a hitter.
We got the Mad King, first of all.
Okay.
But let me just tell you about a couple little films that came out that year.
Okay. Here we go. Okay.
Top Gun.
Oh! Let's go!
That was for him. Now something for you. The Fly.
Goldie.
Seth Brundlefly.
That's what I'm talking about.
Stand By Me.
Dang, another hitter.
Labyrinth.
Oh my God.
Sterling's favorite movie. Short Circuit.
Oh, Short Circuit's so good.
Pretty in Pink.
Oh my God. What a year.
Dang.
Howard the Duck.
Not a...
Big Trouble in Little China.
Ooh, Kurt Russ.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
No.
And I'm just going to stop there because I could have went on, but
Are you serious?
so many movies in 1986. Yes. 100%.
Did they just make better movies back then?
They did.
I mean, that's a lot of movies.
Grace.
In 1 year.
Grace.
Did I mention Flight of the Navigator?
Oh, let's go.
Cult classic Solar Babies?
Dude.
Like, should I keep going?
86 is money.
Dude, that's
crazy,
a hot
man.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was born that year.
You guys, I just watched Flight of the Navigator during quarantine.
Wow.
Quarantine?
Because I think it was on one of the streaming.
It's on Disney.
Oh, that's right, Disney. So and Logan had never seen it.
What?
I know.
Wow,
And hey, man,
I love
it's a good movie.
that little like creature looking thing.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
He's all playing the music.
Yeah,
that weird robot.
Like when I
thing.
found myself, because Logan had never seen it, like I kept looking at him, and be like, "Are you watching it?" And I'm saying, like, I was so excited the whole time.
I love
Did
a good 80s movie.
you ever go back and watch another old movie? You go back and watch As Terrible as Mac and Me.
Oh God!
You watch Mac and Me, you're like, there's a 10-minute commercial for McDonald's that everybody's dancing to.
I remember that. And he was such an ugly alien.
Yeah.
Like E.T., like they knew how to do aliens. Mac and Me just looks gross.
Weird.
And greasy. He looks like wet.
Ugh. Ick.
Oh, well, thank you for the Dilly's Retro Revival.
Yeah, you know what, Dilly? I really like that one because it went far back.
It stretched really back. 1986.
I mean, literally, Buddy was birthed into this world. He was a brand... You know what we should do for our Instagram is post a picture. Because if you guys don't know, Buddy was in the Elk Grove newspaper.
Sacramento's newspaper.
I think it was Elk Grove.
It was Elk Grove.
I believe it was Elk Grove.
It was Sacramento.
He was in the newspaper for being
the high school
such
paper.
Because I wasn't born in Elk Grove. I was born in Sacramento.
You were born in Elk Grove.
No. The hospital, the general hospital was in Sacramento.
It wasn't like the news, the hospital put out the newspaper.
It was Sacramento.
We lived in Elk Grove. It was the Elk Grove Times.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I will call Mammy.
I think it was the Elk Grove High School paper even.
You wish.
But listen, Buddy the Mad King was in the Elk Grove Times for being over a 12-pound baby.
Damn.
12 pounds, 6 ounces.
I was 6 pounds, 9
Tipping
ounces.
the scales.
You guys, they say that. He tipped the scales.
Damn.
And they list all of our names. They're like, you know how when like someone dies and they're like survived by?
Yeah.
It says like that, like, oh, and the sibling of, and it says like Laura and Sheila and stuff like that.
They're all there, nothing now.
So
You
my
are the
grandma, of course, cut the article out and has it, like put into a
Grammy
picture.
does?
Yeah, a Grammy did. And it has
So it's probably in the it was probably in the U.S. paper.
the LA Times.
Yeah.
It had worldwide distribution.
It could have.
Distribution.
He was a big baby.
Big deal.
He was a big baby.
Big deal.
That was a big deal.
You guys,
I think they talked about it on Maury.
was born. Maury Povich.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I did just want to. I don't even. Oh,
Walter Cronkite.
We should.
actually
Post,
did.
covered it.
We should post a picture of Buddy's the fat baby that my mom had to birth.
That's a big ass baby.
Over 12 pounds.
Did you guys hear when I said I was 6 pounds and 9 ounces?
Oh, you were lean.
You were like double that.
Yeah.
Right? You were a lunky.
I was 2 dillies. Dude.
Damn.
I was a lunker.
When he came into this world,
That's a lot
he
of
was
dilly.
2 of you.
He was.
That's crazy.
He was
a
twice
double
the baby.
dose of dill.
Mm-hmm.
So my mom actually had, like, Laura and I were normal. I think we're around 9 pounds, which is actually kind of a big baby. But all 3 of the boys were like 11 and Buddy
all
was
the boys
biggest.
were 12, and the girls I thought were 6 and 8.
No, I was 9. No one was. Mom did not have a 6-pound baby. I promise you that. Okay. Anyway, you guys. I think that's it.
Yeah. Remember, guys, to check out the merch store. We'll be leaving soon. which you can find on hardlyheroes.com. Also support Birdie and Bean if you need a new mask to be fashionable. And remember, proceeds go. A portion of the money goes to Project Wish, which we always love supporting.
Yep.
Cheese, where can they find us?
Find...
Hold on, real
quick.
Whoa. I got a little bit of a tease. Next week, expect a Bill and Ted Face the Music review. More all steamed up recommendations. A new special series of After Dark. So sign up and we will give you more details soon.
Ooh. So we're going to talk Bill and Ted's.
Yeah.
Are you guys stoked on it or what?
Yeah, definitely. I'm excited.
I just want to see Keanu.
That's like a part of my childhood.
I want to see Keanu do his thing, you know?
Yeah.
Dude, people are talking on the intra-wide web how he looks super old in this movie. They're like, how does he not look old in John Wickles, but he looks super old in this movie?
Probably because...
Well, he has facial hair in Wickle Tickle, I think, right?
Oh, yeah.
So it does kind of cover it up a little bit.
And also, like, he's playing this, like, really like, you want him to look a certain age. When he's probably playing this more, like, youthful character, you are, you know...
I think I have an idea why he looks so old.
Okay, please.
Because he is old.
He old.
He old.
He actually is.
He out there. He old.
Like, yeah, he's pretty old.
I
was like a kid when the first one came out. Went to see it with all my buddies, and Keanu must have been probably
like gotta be in his 20s.
He probably 20, early 20s.
The Wickles Tickles.
The Wickle Tickles.
How did we talk about how old he is? Right? Isn't he like 60 something? Or he's close to Nick Cage age.
Yeah.
That can't be
definitely
true.
Be in his 50s.
Well,
he's not in his 60s.
Are you sure? Let's look it up real quick.
Someone tell. I bet he's in his 50s. Dilly's crazy if he thinks he's in his 60s.
I think he's probably close to 60.
Well, don't change your answer now. You said you said 60 something. Just stick to it.
Okay, 60.
I'm in the 50s.
We'll go with a soft 60.
He was born in 64.
Okay, it doesn't say his age. Who's doing the math?
64. So then he's 56. I think. Yeah. 56.
So,
yeah.
I'm right.
That's old.
Yeah, but he's not in his 60s.
But he's close.
He's not that close.
Yeah, he's 56.
Yeah, but
that's close.
That's 4 years away. Do you know that's a huge difference?
That is true.
He said 60 something.
60? All right, where can they find us?
Okay, can they find us on Instagram at Hardly Heroes? They can find us on Facebook at Hardly Heroes. They can find us on YouTube at Hardly Heroes.
Okay.
They can find us at Twitter at Hardly Heroes.
Number 1.
They can also find us at hardlyheroes.com, or you can email us directly at hardlyheroes@gmail.com. Remember to subscribe, check out Sector 7, and
support Birdie and Bean. And just remember one thing.
Disclaimer, they don't know shit.
You guys have a good night.
Bye. Love you.
Bye-bye.